Hi everyone, thanks for watching. This is not the 100-day project. This is a bonus video. It goes with the 100-day project, but it is part of the decorations for the cover, and I did film it, but the whole process just turned so long that I didn't want to leave it in with the final stages of the cover. So, but it does belong with that. So this is just a bonus. So in this video, I am going to color some of the stamps. I am not a great stamper. I am actually a terrible stamper. But here is the stamps that I based the whole cover on. So I believe that some of the stamps do have to be in there. I have not decided yet if I want to put the big flower in as well. I might, but it might be something that is coming up at a later date because I'm just not sure where I would fit it in. I am definitely going to use the gears and the cogs. For some reason, in the last couple of videos, I've been talking about gears as sprockets. You know, some days I have no idea what I'm saying. English is not my first language, even though I speak it every day, and I've spoken it every day for the last 32 years. But there's always words where they just disappear out of your mind, and then a different word comes in, and this time the word was sprocket. So that's what we dealt with. This is what we're going to work on. I have some watercolor paper, just a little strip, just a little scraps. I'm going to be using my Inktense pencils again, but I'll probably be using some gold gel pen, some white gel pen, some archival ink in brown, and I'm also going to be using some other goodies. So enjoy watching this video. You can tell I grabbed my stamp platform, and as you can also tell, it is very grungy. I use it lots, and I am a messy stamper, and that's why I definitely need to use the stamping platform, because I am not the best stamper in the world. It is not actually something that I enjoy. I like the result once the ink is on there, but I don't like stamping. So I'm using, not in sequence, I am using ground espresso archival ink. I have little bitty ones, the minis. And I'm using archival so that I can use wet medium with it. Here we go. And because this is watercolor paper, it's a little trickier to get the ink on there properly, so it'll definitely take a few times. To get a nice crisp outline. That's not bad. I can handle that. I'm using brown because black is just probably too stark for this project. Steampunk is mostly browns and reds and greens and aqua. And I could use black, but I just prefer to use the brown and then color it with aqua and gold, probably. So I have 2 of these. And then I want some of the cogs. Just going to do those in pairs. The cogs are on there. I have littler cogs too, but I don't think I want that. I think I want it bold and beautiful. Do I want to use that one as well? Yes. And again, these are stamps by, they're by Paperartsy, and they were designed by Tracy Scott. She is fantastic. I love the designs that she does. They are not necessarily realistic, but they are so beautiful. There's so much detail in them. But then when you're taking a class with Tracy Scott, the detail is amazing. I am going to put this stamp away now because I am done with it. And here's my Inktense pencil collection. And I want to use my gold pen. I will grab both. I want to make this with gold. Do I have a gold that is tan? I know I have a gold pencil. I just need to. That's a sienna gold. That one will be pretty. And these are all yellows, not gold. But I think I want to use the aquamarine, green aqua, and maybe the teal as well. And then I want to use a blue, not bright blue. I want to use, no, Lagoon is too bright. What is this? That's the Chinese ink. I thought I had a dark blue, but maybe I do not. I'll just stick with the different shades of aquamarine and gold. And then I have my gold gel pen to finish it off. I do need that as well. So because I am using watercolor paper, I don't have to put gesso on here at all. And I'm going to start with the sienna gold. And I'm going to zoom in on this. Sorry, I didn't mean to move that. All right, so I'm just going to color right here around the circle, and then with the water I'm going to move it further in. I am coloring in circular motions to make sure that the color is really well distributed. And that's mostly because I want lots of color to come up on here. It's a little different from using the background. This is really needing to be colored. And I think I'm going to go with the gel pen around the outside here. And I'm also going to use the gel pen for this little piece right in here. So gel pen will be the last piece that we're going to do. I want to make it a little darker on the inside here. Right? Because that's the shadowy part. Do you color your stamps when you're working with them? And what do you use to color them? I am going to try and cut the inside here out, and this is going to be, these pieces are going to be with the gold gel pen. Do you work with mixed media? Do you enjoy working with mixed media? And what do you use for it? So I have the 3 different colors, and I'm just going to test them to see which one I like better. So that is dark aqua. Then we have teal green, and that might be too dark, too green. And then we have green aqua. So let's take a look and see which one we like the best. So this was the dark aqua. Beautiful color. And it'll be like that. So it won't be as dark as what it's on there. That is way too green. So that was the teal green. I'm putting it away immediately because that is way too green, even though I really like it. And then this is the green aqua. Which one do I like better? I think I like the green aqua the best. Okay, so I have a dark brown and I have a dark umber, and I just want to see which one would be the best. And I'm thinking it might be the dark umber. They're very similar. Can you tell? Very similar colors. I'm going to start with the dark umber and see how that makes a difference. Can you tell the difference? Suddenly it becomes a little crisper and a little more precise. You don't want the speckles from the watercolor paper showing, but it's a different kind of paper, right? It's not smooth, so when you're stamping it's hard to get into all the little nicks and grooves. But there we go. So right, because that's what it looked like. And now it is there. Put them side by side. So I'll do a couple and then show you the difference up close. Can you see the difference? So these two I haven't done yet, and these I have. There we go. And it's the same for right here, the little outlines. Can make them a little crisper so that you can really see the stamp design. Oh, it's still going. All right, did you see what I was doing? I'm using ground espresso, and I'm just coloring right along the edges to make not be white to start with, and it just looks neater when they're all colored in. I thought I had paused the video and then I look up and it is still running, so my apologies for that. And my ground espresso was a little dried up. My markers do that. This is the distress markers. I just use a little bit of water, get some life back in them, because there's lots of pigment left in the markers. So if you just get them a little wet, then they are perfectly fine again. we go. This one I did with the colored pencil. I went around it with colored pencil. I also went on the inside with a colored pencil. And these I'll quickly do with the ground espresso. I thought I had a very nice ending on the video, and then as I was editing it, it was an abrupt end with where I am covering the edges. That was the end of it, but I never really did an ending. And of course, because I thought there was an ending already, I have used the gears. They're not sprockets, they're gears. I have used them in the project already, and I don't want to show it to you yet, so I can only show you the stamps. And tomorrow you will see the final project, or maybe later today. We'll see how it goes. I apologize for that, but I did think ahead, and I did take some pictures, so those are coming up. Thank you very much for watching this video. It was just a bonus video. There was nothing really too exciting happening other than that I was coloring the gears for the steampunk project. Thank you very much for sticking all the way to the end. I hope you will watch the next video as well, because that's where you will see the gears completely finished and on the cover, and I believe that I will have the whole project done by the end of the next video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you know exactly when that next video is coming up. Thank you very much for being patient with me, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.